So once again, it's me, your boy, the man, NJ, number two, the city with the number two in TO. Let's get into this, shall we? I got again a lot that I could discuss and a lot that I will try to discuss. And not in this video. I'll keep on going and going and going. Whether they all get posted tonight or they get posted over time, let's get into this. So one of the top things that I'm supercharged to do more than ever before, once again, is make it or make it. And these are my only options. Quote NF and so on. NF, oh my lord, I gotta talk about that brother. I swear I gotta talk about him. He's dropping at the end of March a mixtape titled Clouds. I've been bumping Clouds, the song intro to the mixtape, literally, for like the last 5, 6, 7 hours. It's dope. It is so dope. NF, if you ever view this or anybody who is a fan of NF views this, I want people to understand one of my best opinions of NF literally is, other than the fact that he is my favorite rapper. Um, I've been listening to him heavy, pretty much nonstop, throughout the last 3, 4 years. Actually, predominantly 3 years. I'm gonna say predominantly 3 years. Because before I was, but I mean, 'cause I swear to God, I listened to Drake more over like here's the thing, and I mean, and actually put this into context. From 2012, from 2012 to 2017, if not 18, I think it was, I was listening to Drake just nonstop. Like, I swear he was my favorite rapper. And now, since 2018, if not since 2019, but I think since it's really been a mixture of 2018, 2019, little and or since NF dropped Perception, he's been my favorite rapper, and so on. And I'm not playing. He's been my absolute favorite rapper. I mean, NF or whoever ever views this, I'm trying to go through a timeline. Maybe I'm not wording it the best way, but trust me, the point is, before I started listening to You Heavy nonstop, I was listening to Drake Heavy nonstop for years and years. And then somewhere around 2018, if not 2019, I started listening to NF nonstop. Now, that doesn't mean, like, in terms of, I just started listening to him nonstop because of his, mainstream break. Like, I was listening to him before his mainstream break. I was aware and interested in him before his mainstream break. But I ain't gonna lie, I do feel like I peaked at the right time to start listening to him right before he went on his mainstream break, and so on. And it's dope. I mean, I was literally right there in 2017 when Perception dropped. So I was literally right there, and so on, And I thought it was really on time with how he dropped an album titled Perception, and then Taylor Swift has dropped an album titled Reputation to an extent. So I kind of thought those names kind of, mirrored each other a little bit, and I was excited, honestly. But yeah, I really did. I peaked at my listening to NF literally. I peaked at it at the right time, for him, for his mainstream break. I literally peaked at the right time. But I was right there in 2017. That's really what it is. I think that's a better timeline. From 2017 to now, I've been listening to NF as nonstop heavy as possible. Cause I mean, Perception had dropped, but Let You Down hadn't gone to the radio yet. Lie hadn't gone to the radio yet. If You Want Love hadn't gone to the radio yet. So I peaked on him just at the right time before those songs went viral, on the radio and so on. And it's amazing. I peaked right there. I was right on time for his mainstream impact, for his mainstream break, and I love NF. But to go more into context and detail, NF, like, his music is like, I swear to God, bro, you make some of the dopest, most incredible music I've ever heard in my freaking life. I promise to God. NF makes some of the most incredible, most dopest music you will ever hear in your life. I feel like his music is like the perfect blend of alternative rock and hip hop. That literally is what it feels like his music is. The perfect blend between a lot of his music, if not just certain songs, are the perfect blend between alternative rock and hip hop. If you were to ask me, because his beats are not just straight rap. Almost none of his beats are rap, pretty much. Almost none of his beats are rap. He's literally always rapping on some type of alternative crazy beat. At least from my ears, diagnosing it, dissecting it. NF is always rapping on some type of crazy alternative beat. If not, you could even say alternative rap beat and so on. But I wouldn't even call it rap whatsoever. I would literally call it he's rapping some type of alternative rock beat, and just puts his own little rap twist to it. But whatever you want to call his beat selection, it is exactly what he said in the song titled Clouds. It is remarkable. It is literally remarkable. Him and Tommy Prophet, you two are one of the dopest duos I've ever listened to when it comes to producing music. Tommy Prophet does exceptionally well on his own projects. Tommy Prophet yeah, he's exceptional. He's exceptional. And then Tommy's latest project titled "The Birth of a King." My favorite songs off of that are, I ain't listened to the whole thing, but my favorite songs off of that are the song with "We the Kingdom" and the song with Nicole Serrano. I think Nicole Serrano. Those are literally my two favorite songs off that project. But and then he got another. And Tommy has another project titled Gloria Regali, if I'm not mistaken. Some of my favorite songs off of that are Noble Blood, and Midnight Oil. I think I got a third one, but I can't remember. I know for the first two are Noble Blood and Midnight Oil. Oh yeah, Sound of War. My three favorite songs out there are Noble Blood, Sound of War, Noble Blood, Sound of War, and Noble Blood. I just said Noble Blood, Sound of War, and Midnight Oil. Tommy Prophet is a incredibly dope producer. NF is just an incredibly dope artist rapper. It's just so dope, and I'm not joking. He literally NF literally he it's so how many different ways I can phrase it, tripping up words on even how to phrase it. Literally, it's like all I feel like that's what it is. It's alternative rock with his own little mix of rap. That's what it is. Because his beats are not traditional rap beats whatsoever. Like none of NF's beats are traditional rap beats. None of them are. His beats sound nothing like Drake, nothing like J. Cole, nothing like Kendrick. His beats sound nothing like those guys. And I say those guys because those guys are like, I ain't gonna say those are all my three favorite rappers, but those are the top three that I said were at the totem pole during like 20 whatever year it was. I think like 2015, I think, or whatever year it was. I was like, it's Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick. Uh, but you get the point, I grew up on a lot of artists, but definitely, those are, quite three that I grew up on. I mean, I've never bumped J. Cole like I'd bumped Drake. I've never bumped J. Cole or Kendrick the way I've ever bumped Drake. I bumped Drake like, nah, I bumped him nonstop, and so on. He was just my favorite rapper at the time. And now, over the last 3 years, NF has been my number one favorite rapper, absolutely. But it's amazing because none of NF's beats sound like a traditional rap beat. Not one of them, for the most part, sound like a traditional rap beats. They all sound, I'm telling you, like his own brand of alternative, his own brand of alternative rock with rap, with a rap twist. That's what NF sounds like, not just beat wise, but even lyrically. NF is just a dope, 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 dope rapper. And I love my goatee. I swear I love this thing. Again, it trended up last week, and I just can't. I'm just. It's amazing how beautiful it looks. It's amazing. I went off from talking about music and stuff to talk about my facial hair, but I'm okay with that because I love my facial hair. I mean, I've been trimming it up sometimes. Sometimes sometimes I just go and cut it all off and let it regrow. I did that like 2 3 times within the last year, and now it's grown back, and I would say even fuller than ever. But let's again get back into it. I love NF. I absolutely positively love NF. And I promise you, NF. Because like I said, here's the thing. Especially again, if you're not familiar with my music, NJ to the City, look me up on SoundCloud at Younglings Nation. Look me up and down this YouTube channel for the rest of the music, and check out my social medias, etc. NJ to the City, and NJ Williams. I want everybody to understand, like because again, me personally, I've thought the same thing. I make my own brand of everything pretty much. I think a lot. I think I've released a lot more. I've released a lot more pop and rap tracks, if not pop, rap, and R&B, I said pop, right? Yeah. I've released a lot. I think I've released a lot more pop records than I ever thought I could or would ever release. Honestly, again, pop. It's like pop records with a rap twist to it. I've released a lot of pop records with a rap twist to it, if not rap records with a pop twist to it. Let alone a lot of R&B records with a pop twist to it. It's really amazing. It really is amazing. If not an R&B record with a rap twist to it, it's just amazing how things go with me, how I word things, let alone just how how I explode on beats. It's amazing. But for better and for worse, love myself, and I absolutely will continue to keep growing into being the best artist which I can be because I write this for a living. I literally write a ton, which is why I can tell you I'm never quitting music. I don't know if I'll ever reach my peak in terms of even releasing half of my catalog, because I don't think I ever will. I write too much. I don't think and I mean I write way too much, and I don't record nearly as much. So I don't think I'll ever reach my peak with a darn thing. I don't think I'll ever reach my peak with a darn thing, for the most part. But either way it goes, I'm still gonna release, and just hope to God everybody can learn bit and grow with it to the best of their God first willing abilities. And other than that, like I say, I mean, listening to some of a lot, not even some, a lot of NF's music has definitely, you may not hear does, because a lot of my music you probably would think sounds a lot more. Most of my music you would probably think I'm copying from Drake on almost every other song, because I am definitely trying to rap and sing on various of the same songs. Like a lot of my music over the last few years have definitely been me rapping and me singing on both track, on all my tracks. And I always got that from Drake. Drake is a big influence, in my music and more, and definitely more so these days within the last couple years, NF has been a major influence of my music career, my music, etc. And like I said, and like you're definitely gonna find those cadences. If not in every track, you're gonna find them in a lot of tracks. If not just particularly some, depending on when and where I released them. Let alone depending on what the content of the record is. You're gonna be able to tell those influences. I love writing. I love singing. I love rapping. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie. For example, I tweeted it out. If not, put it on my Snapchat, NJ to the City Snapchat. You'd be amazed that I literally 2 weeks ago I was listening to Sia Radio, right, on Pandora, and I promised to God I listened to so much Sia Radio in one day I thought about becoming just a full blown pop singer. I promised to God. I listened to so much of Sia Radio in one day. And I'm still somewhat debating myself right now. Do I still want to claim to be, it's like I'm like, do I still want to claim, like, it's like dare I say, I still rap, but I'm not in hip hop anymore. Like, and just go full blown, for the most part, go full blown pop singer. Even though I'm still gonna rap a little bit too. I don't really know. I know for the most part, I'm still a rapper, singer, songwriter. The rest we'll figure out as time goes on. But I listened to so much of Sia's radio. On 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh my goodness, let me go full blown pop. Let me go full. I'm a full blown pop star now, full blown pop singer. And now it's not to say that I have the most amazing voice to do it, because I don't, but I definitely have a clean enough voice to get at least most of what I want out there. And that's just my God first opinion from what I God first believe, and towards what I God first want to achieve. And I absolutely wish everybody the best on judging, my sounds, my looks, my feelings, my emotions, my temptations, let alone just in these vlogs, the best way you can. The best way you can, on, again, what you want to hear from me and how well you think I'm growing, I'm building, and I'm evolving. And other than that, let's say much love and much respect to everybody out there. And like I got more coming soon. Your boy man NJ to the City, because I really want to talk about Tebow in this video too, but I don't have time for that. So I went in and just took most of it, if not all of it, to talk about NF and how exceptionally well and great he is doing in his music career, let alone my fandom with him, my fandom with Drake, and my musical influences and how far I've come in my music. So with that being said, your boy the man NJ to the City out. God bless.